Hello again, So Broken here, and in this video series we will be looking at the basic skills required to survive in PLAYERUNKNOWN's Battle Royale, a mod for Arma 3. In this video we are talking all about the parachute phase of the game. Yes, this is a fairly big topic, as a simple misclick can cause you to die instantly, and you don't want that. You want to win, don't you? So in the previous video, we talked about server choices and map decisions, so now we know where we are likely to spawn in. Well, mostly. Before we spawn in, I am going to give you two last bits of advice. Number 1, make sure to buy in the headphones, consumables and skins to keys. Number 2, make sure to either select a skin that you want, or to drop your clothes and put them back on again. By dropping and putting the clothes back on, you reset the skin to its original colour, meaning no glaring white shirt making you stand out a mile away. Now we're ready to spawn. Hopefully by now you have picked where you want to go and get your gear, and have placed a marker on it. If you're on hardcore, now's the time to put the earplugs in. On regular, just switch to third person, otherwise the C-130 will kill your ears. Once you're out of the plane, quickly press your right control and the M button. If you haven't changed your key bindings, this will bring up your GPS. Look at this to see if your marker is nearby. If not, have a look around and see if there's any good loot below you. If you think there's good loot below you, don't open the parachute until you're near the ground. This gives you the best chance to get a gun and defend yourself, because a lot of other people will be doing the same as you. If you really want to go to your chosen place and it's within 2 kilometers, then open the parachute as high as possible. Then you can just aim for your marker and get the loot you want. If the last 2 options won't work, then open your parachute high and press the M key. This will bring up your map, and in the top right hand corner is a circle icon. Press that and the map will center on your position. You are the black chevron that is moving. So now you have to find a place to land. Look for the scattered buildings, towns, military complexes, and aim for those whilst you are still on the map. Once you are heading for them, come out of the map screen and look around and see what everybody else is doing. If they're going the same direction, then maybe rethink where you're going to land. If you're on your own, then go for it. One thing to look out for whilst you're parachuting is vehicles on the floor. By grabbing a vehicle when you land, you can then travel quickly to your location or to another location further away. Sometimes it's more beneficial to travel to the other side of the circle because there will be nobody there. That means you can get all the loot in the area and have the best kit, and you may come across a care package dropping. Right, so now we're going to talk about how far you can actually parachute. I mentioned earlier, if you're within 2 kilometers of the location you've marked on the map, then you'll be fine to go for it. Well, that's true, depending on your height. I thought working this out would be simple, but it turns out I forgot a lot of math from school, so working this out took a lot longer than it should have. To do this, we need to work out the distance you travel forward and the distance you travel downward whilst parachuting. So let's start with the easiest one, the distance we travel forwards. Whilst leaning forward with your parachute, you travel at 54 kilometers per hour, which is shown in the upper right hand corner of the screen. The first problem here is that we can't use kilometers per hour, we have to use meters per second, which means we first have to convert the 54 kilometers per hour into meters per second. To do this, we times 54 by 1000, which gives us 54,000 meters per hour. Next we have to divide 54,000 by how many seconds in an hour, which will give us how many meters per second you travel. There are 3,600 seconds in an hour, so our next equation is 54,000 divided by 3,600. This gives us 15, meaning we travel whilst holding forward 15 meters per second. Next we need to work out how fast we fall. For this I just cut 10 seconds of parachuting footage and subtracted the beginning and the end altitudes. This gave me a grand total of 90 meters. So we can deduce that we descend 90 meters every 10 seconds, or 9 meters per second. Using these 2 bits of information, we can now work out the maximum distance you can travel. If you opened your parachute at 1,100 meters, you would be falling at 9 meters per second. So we divide 1,100 by 9 to get 122. This is how many seconds it will take you to reach the ground. Now we know we are traveling at 15 meters per second forwards, and know we can do this for 122 seconds, so the last bit of math we need to do is simply multiply 15 by 122. This gives us 1,830. 1,830 is the distance in meters that we can travel. So now we know that at 1,100 meters we can travel 1,830 meters. This will take us 122 seconds to land on the floor. Phew, now that's over, I'll just pop up this graph to show you what distances you can reach at what heights. If you want to take away any useful heights, then at 1,000 meters you can reach just over 1.6 kilometers. At 600 meters you can reach 1 kilometer, and at 200 meters you can reach just over 300 meters. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. The next video in the Battle Royale series will be how to improve your aim and training techniques.